Subscribe this channel for educational videos and also don't forget to press the bell icon in order to get the instant notifications of our latest stuff.
Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this online course on wireless communication. Our today's topic is mobility management in cellular system. Mobility management means you have to manage the mobility or the movement of a mobile station from one cell to another cell or from one point to another point. Okay, and this process, that is the movement of mobile station, is handled by a mechanism which is called as handoff. Okay, this mobility management is handled by a mechanism called handoff, and handoff is the process of changing the channel associated with the current connection or the current going call while your call is in progress. Okay, so it is a process of changing the channel associated with the current connection while the call is in progress. Okay, the aim is to sustain the ongoing call while the user is moving from one cell to another cell. Okay, for example, I will draw here two cells. For example, you have this kind of structure, and you have two cells here. Each is having a base station. You have a mobile station here, and this user is moving towards this base station, and while it crosses the boundary of its parent base station or parent cell, then there is a probability of call block, but the handoff mechanism allows to continue the ongoing call with this handoff mechanism. Okay, and this process is called as mobility management. When you maintain or when you sustain the ongoing call while the user is moving from one base station to another base station or from one cell to another cell, and while it crosses the boundaries of each of these base stations. Okay, and this process is called as mobility management. Fine. And what are the causes of performing the handoff? So you have different causes of performing the handoff. So when your mobile station leaves the cell boundary, okay, mobile station leaves the cell boundary, okay, and at that point you have to initiate or you have to perform the handoff. And the other reason for performing the handoff is unacceptable quality of wireless link. Unacceptable quality of wireless link. Okay, these are the two reasons which are there for performing the handoff. One is when your mobile station is moving and when it leaves the boundary of its parent cell. At that time you need to initiate the handoff process in order to sustain the ongoing call, and also you need to initiate the handoff process when you have unacceptable quality of wireless link in the parent cell. And in the same time, if you are receiving some signal with more power with your current channel, then you need to perform the handoff. Okay, so these are the main reasons when you perform your handoff. And further, this handoff is of different types. You have different types of handoffs. In that, you have horizontal handoff, you have vertical handoff, uh, then you have hard handoff, soft handoff. All these are the different types of handoff. In horizontal handoff, you have similar technologies on both the sides. In vertical handoff, you have different technologies, and these are just a basic definition. You can go through them, and you can easily go through them, and you will understand basic definitions of handoff. And in these type of handoffs, you have intra-cell handoff, cell handoff, intercell handoff. Intra-cell means you are just changing the channel in the same cell, whereas in this intercell you need to change the cell also along with the channel. Okay, so these are some types of handoffs, and we can categorize this handoff into two categories. Two categories of handoff is there. Number one, you have mobile controlled handoff, mobile controlled handoff, and the other one is network controlled handoff. Okay, and this is also called as MAHO, MAHO, that is mobile assisted handoff, and the other one is network based or network controlled handoff. Okay, in mobile controlled handoff, what we see that mobile station continuously monitors the signal of surrounding base stations and the interference level on all the channels. So here, mobile station monitors the signal of surrounding base stations and the interference level on all the channels. Okay, in mobile controlled handoff, mobile station monitors the signal itself of the surrounding base stations and the interference levels on all the channels, and a handoff decision is made if the signal strength of the serving base station is less than some preset threshold value. Okay, so then a handoff decision is made if the signal strength of the serving base station is less than some preset threshold value. Okay, when the serving base station's signal strength goes down the some preset threshold value, and then a decision of handoff is made, then you need to initiate the handoff decision. Okay, and also in this case, ms, that is your mobile station, requests the target base station to allocate a channel with lowest interference and better signal strength. So here the target base station is the new base station where mobile node or mobile station is expected to move. Mobile station requests the target base station to allocate a channel with lowest interference and better signal strength. And here in this mobile controlled handoff, the handoff reaction time is zero point 0.1 second. Handoff reaction time is 0.1 second. Okay, and in the generations 2G onwards, we used this type of handoff, that is mobile assisted handoff, like you have example of DECT, that is digital enhanced cordless telephone systems. And in all the digital generations, or in the digital telephone systems, we use this kind of handoff mechanism that is called as mobile controlled handoff. Okay, now the other handoff, that is called as network controlled handoff. Network controlled handoff. In network controlled handoff, the surrounding base stations, they measure or monitor the received signal strength from the mobile station. So the surrounding base stations measure or monitor the received signal strength from ms, from mobile station, and the network components, they initiate the handoff instead of mobile station, and the network components initiate the handoff instead of mobile station. Okay, here network components means the base station or other network components, they are associated with the base station, they initiate the handoff instead of mobile station. And these network components, they measure the RSS value, that is received signal strength value of the surrounding base stations. Okay, and they are responsible for the initiation of the handoff. The examples of this type of handoff is your first generation mobile systems, like you have your amps, American Mobile Telecommunication System, you have these tax, that is also a first generation telecommunication system, and then you have NMT, Nordic Mobile Telecommunication System. These are all the examples of first generation telephone systems. Okay, now further, this handoff mechanism, it can be improper or it can be a proper handoff, but it depending on the situation. Okay, so you have proper handoff as well as proper and improper handoffs. Okay, you have proper handoff as well as improper handoff depending on the situation. uh, Suppose you have two different cells. Let me first draw the this diagram, and then I will make you understand. Okay, so you can see this diagram here. I have taken an example of two cells, and this is cell number 1, and this is cell number 2. Here you have base station 1 and base station 2, and you see a mobile station is at point A, and it is moving towards the point B in the coverage area of base station 2. So this example will show you the proper and improper handoff, and I am representing here, and this line is representing level at point A, that is the good quality of signal in the cell A, or in the cell 1, and that is the level here of the signal strength from this base station. And then after that, when it will move towards base station 2, then obviously the signal strength will decrease. So there will be some threshold, and this line represents that threshold, that is called as handoff threshold, and it is the point where this handoff process should be initiated. And then after that, when the mobile node moves ahead, and then you have another point, and this point is called as minimum signal to maintain call. Okay, so this is the minimum signal strength that is required to maintain a call, but you cannot promise the best quality at this signal level. And then you have the level at point B, so it is in the next cell, the signal strength in the next cell. That means your previous call or the ongoing call will be terminated. Okay, and if you perform the handoff in a manner like this, if your mobile node moves in a fashion as shown by this line, okay, if it directly moves here without performing handoff at this point or even at this point, okay, directly moves to the new base station's coverage area to this point, then definitely your ongoing call will be terminated. Okay, so this kind of handoff, or this kind of movement, is called as a improper handoff. Fine. And on the other side, in case of proper handoff, if your mobile node is moving in a fashion like this, if it reaches here, and from this point, this is called as the threshold level, and at this level the mobile node initiates the handoff process in this way, and it goes up to the signal level of the point B. Okay, so this kind of handoff is called as a proper handoff mechanism. Fine. And the threshold value, this P threshold, this should be chosen in such a way that it should not be too large or it should not be too small. This difference, that is between the threshold value, this threshold value, and this minimum signal strength, this should not be too large, and this should not be too small. If it is too large, then there will be frequent handovers, because this value will be closer to the signal level at point A. So we will experience more frequent handovers. That is not recommended for a servo system. And also, if this is very less, in that case, this threshold will be closer to P minimum, that is the minimum signal level to maintain a call. So there is a large probability of call blocking. Okay, then call blocking probability will be increased. So this is the type of improper handoff and proper handoff. And the first generation analog cellular systems, the signal strength measurements were made by the base stations, and that was supervised by the MSC. So those were considered to be as the network assisted or network based handoff, whereas in the second generation onwards, they are considered to be as the mobile assisted handoff. Okay, this is all in this lecture regarding the handoff mechanism. In the next lecture, we will see the non-prioritized and prioritized handoffs. Thank you so much for watching.